Senate Committee on Finance has begun deliberations on Nigeria's 2026 to 2028 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper, a critical document guiding the nation's fiscal planning over the next 3 years. The framework, which aligns with the Fiscal Responsibility Act, is designed to provide a foundation for future annual budgets and ensure fiscal discipline. The report.
At the interactive session, lawmakers engaged key ministries, departments, and agencies with the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale leading the federal government's presentation. During the session, senators expressed concerns over delays in the implementation of the capital components of the 2024 and 2025 Appropriation Acts.
So since 2025 budget has been enacted as a law, not until that is either amended or repealed. And when you say you are taking it over, we assume that you are taking exactly what is in the act to now create the next Appropriation Act. So we need that explanation. Then just take note, Honorable Minister.
What is making it impossible for you to implement the budget? Because Appropriation Act is a law related to each year, which you must comply with. Since you have the money, there's no request you have made to this Senate that has not been given to you, and we adopt as a rubber stamp. So what is your problem? Why are you rolling over budget of 2025 to 2026 instead of extension?
There's nothing wrong, like you said, and I agree with you absolutely, that it will amount to waste if you start a project and you pay 30% of that project, and in the next budget, that project is not captured, money already spent on it is as good as thrown away. So the logic of continuing, I understand, but the language of rollover, I do not. So I think I understand you to mean, and that should be the case, that never again should we implement more than one budget.
Responding, Minister Edun assured the committee that full funding of the 2024 capital budget has been secured and released. He also disclosed that about 30% of the 2025 capital allocation is currently available for implementation.
When we look at borrowing, we have roughly 152 trillion naira outstanding. And that figure was about 70 trillion naira in 2023 or so. But what accounts for the difference? 30 trillion, as we all know, was the bringing into the light, bringing into the books of the government of ways and means that were previously just ignored and kept outside. Another 50 trillion was accounted for by the fact that the exchange rate doubled. I mean, central bank in its monetary policy focused on clearing backlogs and bringing in foreign reserves, and we know how successful they have been.
Looking ahead, the minister announced that the federal government has issued circulars to all MDAs, mandating a revenue optimization program for 2026. The initiative prioritizes automation and technology, requiring all government payments to be processed through digital platforms to improve efficiency, transparency, and revenue collection.
Right now, funding is fully available for the 2024 capital budget that has been finalized and is in the gateway up to September. Funding is available for a portion, and the other portion, the plan is to roll it over to 2026 budget. Likewise, for the 2025 capital budget, funding has been made, warrants have been issued, and funding is available for 30% of that budget, with the plan, with the cooperation and the support of the National Assembly to roll over the 75%.
Other officials include the chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Zach Adedeji, and the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, also briefed lawmakers on challenges affecting budget implementation.
All mentioned here today that we have 2024, We are in 2025, but you have 1 year revenue. Use it to manage 2-year budget. So even if you met the 1 year revenue, how will you hear the honorable minister say, well, I'm paying 2024, whereas you are taking 2025 revenue to pay 2024. So when Mr. President said, when we said, because as of the work we've all done, that we've met revenue target, which is annually, but you are using 1 year revenue to manage more than 1 year budget. That is why you are seeing the outstanding.
Some of the measures we have taken have implications that were not immediately obvious. The impact of the 22.7 trillion naira securitization is still being felt in terms of interest costs, particularly rising interest costs. But more importantly, not only rising interest costs, almost the inability to go to the central bank when we have demand beyond the legal limits.
The agreement marks a significant step towards strengthening Nigeria's fiscal planning and economic stability ahead of the 2026-2028 budget cycle.